Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is the Raptor, and welcome back to Who'd Win and Why. And this time we got a battle of the two teen shapeshifter superheroes. We got Ben 10 going up against Beast Boy. Now, I do want to make one thing very, very clear, and that's it. That's the Ben 10 that I'm going to be using for this particular fight. And the Ben 10 I'm going to be using is the Alien Force Ben 10, not the Ben 10 from the original series, not the one from, like Ultimate Alien or like the 10,000 Aliens, I'm not going to be using that one. I'm going to be using Alien Force. And the reason for that, I have a few reasons. One is because I believe this is the Ben that's the closest age to Beast Boy. Two, it's the one that I personally know most about, so that's going to help in the information portion. And three, I personally think that this fight is the most fair. Because if we use the original Ben 10, he's not going to be that experienced. If we give him Ultimate Alien, then, that's a lot of different variety that he has, and 10,000 Aliens is just way, no, I'm not going to be using anything like that. That's not fair to Beast Boy. So I honestly think that this is the most fair Ben 10 that I could be using going up against Beast Boy, so it will be the fairest fight and the most epic fight. So, who'd win and why? Let's find out. So, first I'm going to talk about Ben 10. Now, he has 10 aliens, we know the 10. I do want to say one thing, though. I am not going to be using Alien X. Some of you guys might be thinking, well, what the heck, why aren't you using Alien X? And the reason is because, in the show, Ben needed permission to use Alien X. So, even if I did give him permission, again, it wouldn't be fair to Beast Boy. If we were using Alien X, Ben would win, 100% of the time. So, no, I'm not using Alien X. He didn't get permission, and even if I would allow him to get permission for this one fight, it's not fair to Beast Boy. I just want to make this the fairest fight I can. I'm not trying to, boost it up in Beast Boy's favor. I'm just saying that, this is probably what most likely would happen, and it just so happens to be the fairest. There is going to be a 10th alien that replaces Alien X, but I am going to get to that at the very end of Beast Boy's Ben 10's analysis. So let's start off with Goop. So Goop, obviously, if you guys already know Alien Force, you probably know all of this, but I'm going to go over it anyway. So Goop is the green, goopy alien. It has, I believe it's called the anti-gravity projector, which allows Goop to stand up, and he can do everything. Apparently it's very hard to hurt him, so it's very hard to, get him, immobilized or anything like that. It's really hard to, get him to stop fighting. He has enhanced strength and agility and durability, and he can, I believe, throw blobs of his own goop, and use it as projectiles against other enemies. His main weakness, though, is that if he's too far away from his projector thing, then he will fall to the ground. He'll become inert until he can either call it back or until the Omnitrix creates a new one, which he can. Which the Omnitrix can. So, that's not that much of a weakness, but it can happen. Next on the list, we got Swampfire. Now, Swampfire, he has a bit of different powers. First of all, he has a high level of chlorokinesis, meaning that he can control the existing plants that are on the ground. He can also create his own, and he can fire fire. He can generate his own fire, and he can produce methane gas. He can fly via propulsion, and with the plants on the ground, he can manipulate them in many different ways. One of the main ones is that, he uses them to, grow and ensnare the enemies, kind of like vines. And, if one of his limbs gets chopped off, he can actually, regrow it back, or not regrow, but, almost, put it back on through some sort of vine reconnecting thing with his arms. So the main thing about Swampfire's main weakness is that he can be stopped easily from ice, though he has been shown to be able to break out from it from time to time. But the main thing is that it's kind of hard to immobilize him, kind of like Goop, just because he can keep reattaching his own arms. And like I said, he does have the fire, and he does have a high level of chlorokinesis. I'm not going to go too in depth into all the characters, all the aliens, because that would just take way too long. I don't got that much time. Next we have what's next on the list is Chromastone. So Chromastone, he is very tough. He has enhanced strength, durability. He can also absorb energy and radiation, I think, and he can redirect it as well. He can also fire blasts without absorbing anything to a pretty limited extent. Like I said, he is also very durable. It's very hard to hurt him. I think he also has some sort of flight as well, and he can breathe in space. The main weakness for him is that he can't absorb energy when he's not noticing it. When it just it comes in and he doesn't notice it, it will hurt him. He won't be able to absorb it, so he has to be aware of it, and he also can't absorb all, like, as much, like, he can't absorb all the energy in the world. It does have a limit, and I think at one point when he did do it, he disintegrated or something. I might be getting that completely wrong, but that's what I kind of remember. So let's move on. So next we got Big Chill. This is the 4th alien, Big Chill. So again, like, we all probably already know this, but, you know, Big Chill can fly. He has ice generation. He can fire. He has, like, ice breath, freezing breath. He has wind breath. He has a lot of different types of breaths. He also has intangibility. He can become intangible, though this intangibility can be hurt by someone else that has intangibility, since they cancel each other out. He also has to be, like, if someone's already fighting him, he can't turn intangible when someone's, like, physically hurting him. So it is tough. Like, it's not something that he can just use whenever he wants. And it's also, one last thing. The intangibility does not protect from electricity for some reason. Next up, we got Humongousaur. Now, Humongousaur is incredibly big. I believe he's like 12 feet, but he can grow up to like 60 feet tall, which is insane. He also obviously has a high level of strength and durability, and even, I think, somewhat agility as well, which is pretty cool. And he has a very loud roar, like a very powerful roar that he can do. He's not, when he's big, he's pretty clumsy, and he's not that fast, obviously, and it does obviously make him a pretty big target, a pretty easy target, and it is hard for him to hit smaller opponents. But, you know, when you're someone that's like 60 feet tall, it's pretty hard to put you down. Next up, we got, I think it's Brainstorm. Is it Brainstorm? I think it is. Brainstorm has a very high level of intelligence. He also has strength and durability, enhanced strength and durability. He can shoot, I believe, electricity from his brain or something like that. He has control over electricity to a certain extent. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Though the electricity, I think if it's like his shell is closed or something, it can hurt himself. And this form is mainly using for strategizing, and is not used that much for physically fighting. It can surely do it, but it's mostly used for trying to figure things out and solving complex calculations in mere seconds. The next one on the list, well, we were at 6. So this one's 7. Shoot. Which one is this? Oh my god, no, help me. Work with me here, brain. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not sure which one is specifically number 7, but I'll just move on to number 8 right now. So that one is Spider Monkey. Spider Monkey, he can spin webs, and he does have a high level of agility, you know, like everything a monkey can do along with spinning webs. He also has, you know, like I said, agility, somewhat like enhanced strength. Yeah, and he is pretty fast, though his webs can be easily frozen. So yeah, that's a pretty easy way to get rid of them, though the webs are pretty strong, though sometimes he can get tangled up in his own webs. 9th up, we have Echo. Echo is mainly used for duplicating himself and then, like, having all of them do, like, a very big sonic scream. So that's pretty impressive, though the main thing is that Echo is not that durable, meaning that the best way to do it is to duplicate himself many times and then keep its distance. That's the main way that it works. And now I just remembered the other alien number 7, which was Jet Ray. Jet Ray, I believe, does have some sort of, like, neuroshock ability that he can fire, but his main thing that he uses it for speed. He is extremely fast. It's his fastest of the aliens, and it's mainly used for, like, dodging on the ground, though he can't really walk that well because of the way he's shaped. That's another big weakness, so he's mainly used for, like, flying and moving around very, very, very fast. And that's I think the main stuff about Jet Ray. And for the 10th alien, sometimes I think in at least one video game, maybe more, the 10th alien that replaced Alien X is Cannonbolt from actually the original Ben 10 show. So Cannonbolt, what he can do is he can curl up, I believe, into a ball and almost like a wheel direct himself. He's very strong and very tough. His shell can protect, I believe, from, like, fire and acid and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. It's a very tough shell, though it has been shown many times to since of the momentum and the physics, it's actually hard for him to stop moving, so he might want to, like, change out of it when he can, as soon as he can, so that's something worth noting. So yeah, those are the 10 aliens. When we're talking about Ben 10 himself, first of all, I'll just go over the origin right now. He found a wristwatch, the Omnitrix, in a forest. It bonded to his skin, bonded to his DNA, but now we can take it off, and, you know, he became savior of the world or whatever, you know, just to briefly do it. What else? So obviously, Ben 10, as he's grown up, he's shown more leadership skills. He's basically the leader of the group. So he has shown a lot of leadership skills, and he is very serious when he needs to be. His main strategy is to, like, choose the alien for the appropriate time, and usually when he is one alien, he likes to stick with that one alien for a while. Just that's mainly what I've seen. I think now, because Ben 10 took way too long, now let's talk about Beast Boy. Now, Beast Boy is my favorite DC hero. I love Ben 10 too, but Beast Boy is my favorite DC hero of all time. I fell in love with him with the, yeah, you know what I mean. With the Teen Titans show, Teen Titans Go, well, the original Teen Titans show, So, Beast Boy, he can basically, I think he was infected by a disease called Sakushia, but then it was treated, but a side effect was that he would turn green, and he had green hair, and then he could basically turn into any animal he wished. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. Any animal that he knows of, he can copy nearly perfectly. Any animal that he's seen, and he sometimes gets traits from those animals. He's also been shown to what is it? He's also been shown to copy aliens, which is actually pretty cool. I think at one point he did it from Starfire, one alien from Starfire's home planet, and he's actually been shown to be pretty good when it comes to controlling their powers. So that's actually really interesting. Any alien that he sees or any animal that he sees, pretty much any organism that he sees, he can pretty much copy and do nearly perfectly. So that's pretty cool. Those are the main things about Beast Boy. Beast Boy also has a near Deathstroke level healing factor. It's comparable to Deathstroke's, and we know how good Deathstroke can heal. And Beast Boy, he does work a lot with the team, though he can fight by himself if he really wants to. And he's not the smartest, though. In the Teen Titans really lower that. He's not dumb in any sense, but he does like to joke around a lot on the battlefield, though he is a pretty good hand-to-hand fighter. So that took a lot shorter than Ben 10's time. Now let's talk about who I think is going to win. And boy, I can already tell this is going to be a pretty long episode. So let me just go over this. What I'm thinking right now, just my own opinion of what I think is happening, is that 90% of you are probably thinking that I'm going to say Ben 10 will win. And because that's what a lot of people on the internet are saying. They're saying, oh, Ben 10 is much more powerful than Beast Boy's aliens. And, just Beast Boy really, as long, he can survive, but he's not going to get any way around that. And I completely understand. There are 5% of you that are probably thinking I'm going to give it to Beast Boy because I'm biased, which, as I've said many times, I'm not, or at least I try not to be. And then there are 5% of you that probably think Beast Boy would actually win. Now, to many of your surprise, I actually think Beast Boy has a good shot of winning this. I'm going to give this one to Beast Boy. And I'm taking a really big risk when I'm saying that. Because not only is there tons of people on the internet that are saying Ben 10 would absolutely destroy Beast Boy, but also I'm going to probably look extremely biased from this. Because some of you, if you return to my channel, you know that I love Beast Boy and I love the Teen Titans. I keep saying to you guys that I'm not biased because if I wanted to tell you who my favorite character was, I could just tell you at the beginning. And I know that no matter what, I'm going to get so much hate from this. There are going to be so many people saying, oh my god, you're such a dumb person. How could you think Beast Boy can win? Okay, calm down. Can you please let me explain why before you start typing all this stuff? Thank you. I'm just going to explain why. You don't have to agree with me. This is completely my opinion. What I say does not mean anything. It's just what I personally feel Beast Boy can win. And here's why. First of all, okay, how about this? I'm going to do something differently. First, I'm going to say what Ben 10 has over Beast Boy. Ben 10 is probably a better strategist than Beast Boy is, and he's probably had a bit more experience working alone. His aliens obviously are much more powerful than Beast Boy's animals by a long shot, and he might have a tiny bit more combat experience just because he's worked a bit more by himself, and he's also fighting aliens on a mission-to-mission basis. So those are the main things that I see that Ben 10 has over Beast Boy. And that's what a lot of people say Ben 10 has over Beast Boy, and they're saying that pretty much ends it right there. Well, here's the thing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Beast Boy's advantages over Ben 10, and I'm going to go from what I feel is the weakest to the strongest. I'm going to do something a bit differently this time. So for Beast Boy, the weakest point that I can come up with is that in their human forms, Beast Boy is a better hand-to-hand fighter. He's not up there with Batman and Deathstroke or anything, but he is a really good hand-to-hand fighter. And while Ben 10 has been shown to freestyle hand-to-hand, he's not formally trained in really anything. But in their human forms, which probably isn't going to come into that much play, again, this is a pretty weak point, Beast Boy is a better hand-to-hand fighter. Second reason, when it comes to switching between aliens and animals, Beast Boy does it a lot better. He does it very swiftly. It doesn't take that much time to switch from animal to animal, and he does it a lot more often than Ben 10. From Ben 10, what I've seen of him is that he likes to stick with one alien for a while until he realizes for a while that this isn't working. But I find that Beast Boy likes to switch, and he can do it very swiftly and very cleverly, meaning that more often than not, he's going to be able to switch up his strategy against Ben 10. Which means that, like, if he grows into Humongousaur or something, and, like, Beast Boy, let's say, is a cheetah, he can turn into, like, a fly. Like, just right before the punch hits him. And, you know, it's going to be hard for Humongousaur to hit him, you know? Like, just an example, something like that. Again, this is another pretty weak point, but that's what I'm going with. Now, these next 2 points are probably the best points in in Beast Boy's favor, and these are probably the points that not many people know about, and this is why they say Ben 10 would win. And believe me, if Beast Boy didn't have these 2 points that I'm about to mention, I would probably give this one to Ben 10. But because of these 2 points that I'm going to mention, well, here they are. One is that Beast Boy is able to copy aliens, and he's able to do it really, really well. Because Beast Boy has been shown to... First of all, just getting this out of the way, if Beast Boy was able to copy someone from Starfire's planet, and people from Starfire's planet all have Starfire's powers, then Beast Boy technically has the powers of Starfire when he changes into that alien. But that aside, as soon as Beast Boy sees one of Ben 10's aliens, and he sees it in action, he's going to be observing, and he's going to be able to know near perfectly how to copy that. He's been shown to do that many times in the past. He's been shown to be able to copy an alien really rather quickly and really efficiently. And even if, like, you might say, well, Beast Boy is still more experienced, no, Ben 10 is still more experienced with it, which he is, you don't need experience to be as big as Humongousaur, to be as tough as Chromastone, or to be as regenerative as Swampfire, you know what I mean? That's just how I see it. Because whether or not Beast Boy's been training with Humongousaur, which he's not, he's still going to be as big as him. And he's still going to be observing, and he's going to know again, he's been able to pick up on things very quickly. How do you think he does that with animals? He does that the exact same way with aliens. He's able to do it very quickly, and can do it nearly to a high level of degree of, as Ben 10. Meaning that he has all the aliens Ben 10 has, and all the aliens that he's picked up over the past, because he's still going to have those. Don't exactly know what those are, but I'm pretty sure there are a bunch. And he also has all the animals that he's heard of. He has a big variety, like a big versatility advantage over Ben 10. And the last point that I'm going to mention right now is that when Beast Boy is angry, this might even be the nail in the coffin, when Beast Boy is angry enough, he's been shown to actually transform into things that don't exist. One time when he was really angry, he's been shown to, like, transform into things just completely based off of his imagination. Things that don't exist whatsoever. And Beast Boy has been shown, and first of all, in a battle to the death, something like that is probably going to happen, because this is a battle to the death, in case you guys are new and you haven't noticed. And the second thing is that Beast Boy has been shown to get angry in a lot of fights. He actually has. And I feel that eventually Beast Boy is going to, like, with his healing factor, he's going to survive long enough in order to get angry. Again, Beast Boy's not dumb in the comics. He's not necessarily smart, but he's not all that dumb. If he turns into Brainstorm, then he is smart. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. This essentially means that when he gets angry enough, he can turn into anything that he sets his mind to, which can pretty much do anything he wants. Now, before any of you are saying, wait, what the heck, how'd you get that from? Like, it can do anything he wants? Well, imagine, let's say, that he thinks of, like, an alien, or something, like an image that he wants to turn into, and then he doesn't get the powers that he would almost imagine with it. That's almost like saying that when Beast Boy turns into a gorilla, he wouldn't get the strength of a gorilla, or he wouldn't get the speed of a cheetah. Do you guys know does that make sense? Whether it does or not, he can still transform into things that don't exist, meaning when he gets angry enough, he's almost like the shape-shifting version of Green Lantern. Maybe I'm kind of stretching with that a bit, but anyway, that's just what I think. Now, guys, I know that no matter what, I'm going to get a ton of hate for this video, because I know that there are a ton of you guys, like at least 90%, that probably think that Ben 10 stomps. This is honestly why I think Beast Boy would win, just because, like, he's able to copy aliens near perfectly, and even if Ben 10 uses an alien that would almost, like, counter another alien, again, Beast Boy's going to be observing. His healing factor is going to allow him to stay in the fight longer, and he's going to be able to do that against Ben 10 when Ben 10 wants that alien. And again, Beast Boy is so much swifter when he turns into the other aliens and can switch up his strategy from alien to alien very, very quickly. Faster than Ben 10 can, in my opinion. Because doesn't Ben 10, like, have to, like, turn back into human? Or at least he has to, like, touch the Omnitrix symbol on himself to turn into something else. Even if he doesn't, Beast Boy is still shown to do it more and more swiftly. But anyway, guys, that's just my opinion. Again, you guys don't have to agree with me, and a ton of you won't, and that's okay. But if you think Ben 10 would win, please tell me why. I really want to know why, because I still think Beast Boy would win. I'm not biased. I know a ton of you guys are probably still going to say I'm biased, and I'm probably going to get a ton of hate for this video, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video regardless. I hope you guys enjoyed learning something new about these characters. If you did, please give me a like, comment down below everything you thought, and I mean like everything, just go like full out. If you want to rage on me, go right ahead, that's okay. It's just I know what's going to happen, whether I tell you to do it or not do it. And subscribe to my channel if you could, that would honestly be so great, that would really help me out, that would honestly just make my day. Even if you do not agree with it, if you could subscribe. I do videos like this a lot, but please, if you do want to subscribe, please do it. That would honestly make my day, that would really help the channel out. And again, you don't have to agree, and I keep saying that because I know a ton of you are going to agree, but that's just me. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I personally think Beast Boy would win. If you think Ben 10 would win, please comment down below why. And next time on Who'd Win and Why, we got the battle of the two billionaire playboys. We got Batman going up against Iron Man. See you all then.